everyone. I'm Zia and this is Chasing the Moon RV. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I noticed yesterday there were quite a few new subscribers, so I'm really happy about that. I'm just on my way to taking my van to the repair shop to have it serviced and brakes checked and all the rest of it before I hit the road full time. As I've mentioned previously, I'm a senior just living on a small budget, and I use most of my contingency that I keep for the van on my road trip, my 4.5-month road trip last year. So I'm really, please cross your fingers for me that it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. Anyway, I'll come back and let you know what the estimate is and what's going to have to be done. Normally I'd be posting a video today, a proper video, but this is just going to be a short little one and maybe a few days late. But you've all been so kind and so understanding, and it's really taken the pressure off me. Good morning, everyone. On Monday, I took Luna, my van, in for servicing. After doing my long 4.5-month cross Canada and back road trip last year, I was noticing some issues, and I knew that she needed to go in for some service, and I knew it was probably going to cost me a bit. There were some brake issues, there were some funny chirping noises, she needed an oil change, and who knew what else. So I took her into a place on Monday, and I got her back yesterday, Wednesday. And I was hoping that at the very most the bill would be maybe $1,000 to $1,500. That's Canadian, of course. And the estimates came in at about $2,200, not including tax. So I figured I was going to end up with a bill of around $2,500. Which for a senior on a pension who had used most of her van contingency last year, that was going to be a really big hit. The garage I found, some of you know that I said it can be a problem finding people that will work on older vehicles. But I found someone who was quite close to where I'm living right now. Really surprising. The closest place I could possibly take the van. And they said yes, they could work on an older vehicle like mine. The fellow that, I think he's the owner, Nishad, he was wonderful. And when I gave him the go-ahead to do the work, I said to him, this van is going to be my home in a couple of weeks, and I am a senior on a pension, so if there's anything you can do, I know that I need to make the van safe. It's kind of like if I lived in a sticks and bricks house, I'd have to maintain it. So I said I don't, I want to make sure that you do everything you need to do to make it safe, but if there's any way at all you can not cut corners, but make it not hurt too much. Make it not hurt too much. I will be forever grateful. And he did. He knocked some of the cost off, and it ended up coming in at about $400 less than I thought. So the final bill was $2,118.13. It needed a new drive belt, or I think it's called a serpentine or serpentine belt. It needed 2 new front rotors. It needed inner and outer bearings. Yeah, and it needed a new master cylinder. So there was quite a lot of work done, and I think overall, I did have a friend test drive my van who knows more about vehicles than I do. That's always a good idea. And who went with me to speak with the mechanic, and he felt it was fair what was done. So I'd much rather have spent that money on doing the decorating I want to do, or even repainting the outside of the van, something that I could see, because I can't see anything that was done. The money just kind of disappeared. So, but I have to tell you, oh my goodness, the difference in driving this van now. She is an absolute dream to drive. Having to pay out that money for the van repairs, it gave me a lot of peace of mind. So I'm really happy about that. I think it was the right decision. I could have held off on one of the repairs, which would have maybe saved me $700, but it was going to need to be done, and I thought, you know, it's in there now, just get it all taken care of. It was up on the lift, the wheels were off, just get it done and have complete peace of mind. So yeah, I'm really glad that I did that. A second reason for going ahead with the repairs was that I didn't want to risk being without my home for days on end in the future. You have to do the necessary work to keep your vehicle safe, not only for yourself and any fur babies you might have with you, but for the people that are sharing the road with you. As I say, I used up my contingency. Part of the reason I'm moving into the van is so that I can start building that back up again, because I won't be paying rent every month. And so make sure, if you're going to be living in a van, especially full-time, that you have a good few $1,000s as a contingency, because otherwise you may find yourself stuck on a side of a road somewhere and not able to move on. You may break down somewhere where you're not allowed to stay, and then what are you going to do? So make sure you have a healthy contingency. I would think, you know, at least $5,000 in case your transmission goes or anything else. I also have BCAA roadside assistance, which I have used a few times, and I really think that's worthwhile too, especially if you're someone like me who doesn't know a lot about vehicles and vehicle maintenance, and or even how to change a tire. I'm sure I could change a tire. It's just that it might be quite physically hard on me, and I don't really want to. I'd rather call BCAA. So that's it. Just a quick update on what's happened with the van. I now feel really comfortable with the idea of hitting the road again. I can't think of anything, touch wood. There's a little bit of wood up here. Touch wood. I can't think of anything major that might go wrong at this point in time. And hopefully before anything else does, because she is an older lady, I will have built up that cushion again. So it's the day before Good Friday, and for those of you who celebrate Easter, I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. It's not a very nice day here today, but the cherry blossoms are out, and daffodils are blooming. And in our backyard, I'm going to leave you with a little clip. We had 2 rabbits over the winter in the backyard, and now we have 4 little baby bunnies running around back there. I don't know what we're going to do about them. Well, I won't have to worry because I'll be gone in May. But yeah, I'll leave you with a clip of the Easter bunnies in our backyard. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll say bye-bye for now.